Number 5. Find the value of x and y if 4x plus 2y equals 8 and 5x plus 3y equals 9. So let's do the substitution method. 4x plus 2y equals 8. 2y equals 8 minus 4x. Y is equals to 8 minus 4x over 2. So, dito tayo mag-substitute ng y, and that is 5x plus 3. Y is equivalent to 8 minus 4x over 2 equals 9. Now, let's solve this one first. 5x plus 3 times 8, and that is 24. And 3 times negative 4x, and that is negative 12x over 2 equals 9. So this one, pwede siyang, this is the same as 24 over 2 and 12x over 2 equals 9. 5x plus 24 divided by 2, and that is 12. And then this one is negative 6x equals 9. This one is equals to negative 1x or just x. Itong si 12, 2. I-transpose sa kabila maging 9 minus 12, and that is negative 3. So, x is equivalent to positive 3. Kasi negative sila pareho. So, that means positive 3. X is equivalent to 3. So, mag-choose lang tayo sa equation dito kung to find out the equivalent of y. 4x plus 2y equals 8. So, ang x natin ay 3. 4 times 3 plus 2y equals 8. 12 plus 2y equals 8. And then, i-isolate natin ito, transpose natin ito sa kabila, and that will be negative 12. So, 2y minus 8 minus negative, 8 minus 12, and that is negative 4. So, y equals, so mag-divide tayo ng 2, makancel out na dito. So, negative 4 divided by 2, and that is negative 2. So, y is equivalent to negative 2 and x is equivalent to 3. Now, let's do the elimination method. Kanina, yung substitution method, ito yung sagot. Now, sa elimination method, kung mag-combine tayo ng dalawang equations. So, that is 5x plus 3y equals 9. Mag-choose tayo sa dalawa kung alin dito ang pwede nating i-eliminate. It can be yung x or y. So, I choose itong y. So, how to do that one? Mag-multiply tayo pareho ng ito mag-multiply ako ng 2. Dito naman sa kabila, mag-multiply ako ng 3. And this will be 12x plus 6y equals 24. And this one is 10x plus 6y equals 18. I-deduct natin. This is 12x minus 10, 2x. And this one canceled out na yan, 0. 24 minus 18, and that is 6. So, transpose natin kasi mag-divide na tayo ng both sides para ma-isolate si x dito. That means x is equals to 6 divided by 2, 3. So, pareho na. Next is, para masagot natin yung sa kabila, the same thing. 4x plus 2y equals 8. So, mayroon ng value si x, so that is 3, plus 2y equals 8. Then this one is equivalent to 12 plus 2y equals 8. And then, i-transpose natin si 12 sa kabila, maging negative 12. 8 minus 12, and that is negative 4. So, y Kasi mag-transpose ulit tayo sa kabila. Multiplication ito, kaya i-divide natin. Makancel out na si 2 dito. And then, negative 4 divided by 2, and that is negative 2. Ang equivalent ng y is negative 2. Ang equivalent ng x is positive 3. 6. Let's solve this word problem. We may consider this a little harder compared to 1 to 5 because we will be the one to identify our equations, unlike yung 1 to 5. I-solve na lang natin. Now, let's read this. A total of 12,000 pesos is invested in two funds paying 9% and 11% simple interest. If the yearly interest is 1,180, how much of the 12,000 is invested at each rate? Itong sentence number 1, a total of 12,000 is invested in two funds paying 9% and 11% simple interest, can be restated as, let X be the amount of money invested at 9% plus let Y be the amount of money invested at 11% equals 12,000. Yung statement number 2, if the yearly interest is 1,180, how much of the 12,000 is invested at each rate, can be restated as the amount of money invested at 9% times 9% of X plus the amount of money invested at 11% times 11%. Bali ito, 11% times Y equals total interest of 1,180. So, ito na yung mga equations natin at isolve na natin ito. Hanapin natin yung X and Y natin. Let's solve them using substitution method. So, solve for Y equation, and that is X plus Y equals 12,000. So, Y is equals to 12,000 minus X. So, we will substitute this value for Y in our next equation. So, ang next equation natin, 9% of X plus 11% of equivalent ng Y, 12,000 minus X equals 1,180. Next, solve muna natin ito. And i-convert muna natin. Gawa tayo ng ibang kulay para mas klaro lang. So, i-convert muna natin. This will be 0.11 and this will be 0.09 X plus 12,000 X equals 1,180. Ito muna unahin natin. And this is 0.11 times 12,000, and that is 1,320 minus 0.11 X. And bring down lang to. Equals 1,180. At itong same na terms ang i-combine natin. That means 0.09x minus 0.11x. That is 0.02x. Negative 0.02x. Ito naman, matranspose dito, maging minus 1,320, and that is negative 1,180 minus 1,320 is negative 140. So, i-transpose natin sa kabila by dividing both negative 0.02, 02, so cancel na yan, isolate na si x. So, x is equals to 7,000. So, may value na tayo sa x. Substitute this value of x in the y equation. So, dito tayo ang piliin natin yung x plus y. X plus y equals 12,000. So, x, we have the value of x, which is 7,000. Plus y equals 12,000. So, our y is Transpose mo dyan sa kabila, that means 12,000 minus 7,000. And that is 5,000. So, ang answer dito, ang value ng x is 7,000. Ang value ng y is 5,000. Now, let's double check. Yung first equation natin ay si x plus y equals 12,000. Ang value ng x ay 7,000. Plus ang value ng y ay 5,000 equals 12,000. This one, 7,000 plus 5,000, that is 12,000. So, correct ang answer natin. Now, let's double check using the second equation, which is 9% of x plus 11% of y equals 1,180. Then 9% is 0.09 of the value of x is 7,000 plus 0.11 and the value of y is 5,000 equals 1,180. So, isolve natin to. This is crush out and this is 630 plus ito naman 1, 2, 3 and this is 550. So, 1,180. Kung i-total mo to, that is 1,180. So, that means, tama yung y is equivalent to 5,000 and x is equivalent to 7,000. Number 7. Tickets to a concert cost either $12 or $15. A total of 300 tickets were sold and the total receipts were 4,140. How many of each kind of ticket were sold? Let x be the number of tickets na tag 12 plus y na number of tickets na tag 15 equals 300. Next is yung price na 12x plus yung 15y, yung value niya, and that is 4,140. Now, let's do the elimination method. Ito yung first equation natin. Ito yung equation 1 natin. Equation 2. Ito ang i-multiply natin ng lahat ng 15. And that is 15x plus 15y equals 15 times 300. And that is 4,500. Okay? So, ito na yung equation 3 natin. Ito yung i-combine natin. So, mag-deduct tayo. And this is, wala na yan. This will be negative 3x equals negative, and this one is 4,140 minus 4,500. And that is negative 360. Pareho naman negative, pareho lang yung i-positive natin pareho. 360. So, para ma-isolate si x dito, i-divide natin pareho ng 3. So, si x na lang dito. And 360 divided by 3, that is 120. So, ang equivalent ng x ay 120. Now, may value na tayo ng x. So, x plus y equals 300. Yung value ng x, 120 plus y equals 300. I-transpose natin, ma-isolate na si y dyan. So, 300 minus 120. Kasi nag-minus tayo ng 120 to both sides para mawala na siya dyan at isolate na si y dito. 300 minus 120 and that is 180. So, ang value ng y is 180. Para i-answer ang question na ito, i-double check muna natin. Ang y is equivalent to 180. So, ang x natin equivalent to 120. Kung i-add mo yan, and that is 300. So, ito yung sagot. Now, i-double check natin using itong pangalawang equation natin. So, ang equivalent ng x is 120. Ito equivalent naman ng y is 180 equals 4,140. Ito, 1,440 plus 2,700. So this is 1,440 plus 2,700, and that is 4,140. So tama ito. Number 8. An investor buys a total of 360 shares of 2 stocks. The price of one stock is 35 pesos per share, while the price of the other stock is 45 pesos per share. The investor spends a total of 15,000 pesos. How many shares of each stock did the investor buy? Yung first statement muna tayo, yung 360 shares of 2 stocks. And that is X plus Y equals 360. The price of one stock is 35 per share, while the price of the other stock is 45. So let this be 35x plus 45y equals 15,000. So this is our equation 1, and this one is equation 2. Let's do elimination method. I-multiply natin to pareho ng 45. So this will become 45x plus 45y, and that is 16,200. 360 times 45. Ito naman, kopyahin lang natin, 35x plus 45y equals 15,000. Mag-deduct tayo. And this is 15, 10x. Ito wala na. Cancelled out na yan kasi 0 na siya. 16,200 minus 15,000, and that is 1,200. So, i-isolate na natin si x. That means, mag-divide tayo ng 10 sa both side. So, 1,200 divided by 10, and that is 120. So, ang x natin is 120. Mayroong value na tayo sa x. So, let's use our first equation. Ang value ng x is 120. Bali, using this first equation or kahit anong gusto mo dyan, para hanapin natin ang value ng y. So, i-transpose si 120 dito sa kabila, maging minus 120. 360 minus 120, and that is 240. So, ang value ng y is 240. To double check, gawa tayo ng ibang kulay para mas klaro lang. I-overwrite lang natin. X, the equivalent of x is 120 plus equivalent ng y, value ng y is 240. 120 plus 240, and that is 360. So, tama tayo dito. Then, to double check further, gamitin natin itong equation number 2. Ang value ng x ay 120, ang value ng y ay 240. So, i-multiply mo siya sa 45, and that is 10,800 plus itong 120, i-multiply mo siya sa 35, and the answer is 4,200. Yeah, 2,400. So 4,200 plus 10,800, and that is 15,000. So confirm na ang x ay equivalent to 120 at ang y ay 240.